Not being able to move felt surreal. How am I running when I can't walk? The name that they gave it in the end was a functional neurological disorder. There is something going on in my brain whereby the pathways aren't connecting properly. So on the day that I went running, it's actually the first day I'd been running in several because I'd been sick. Had to sleep for about an hour. When I woke up, that was when I realised that I couldn't move my arms and legs. I could move, but it required intense concentration. Yeah, that was the beginning of 7 weeks in hospital. Day 3 of being there, and it just wasn't coming back, it wasn't working. I wondered whether I'd ever be able to walk again. You know, I said to one of the doctors, I said, oh, will I be out by Saturday so I can play my game on Sunday? And he looked at me like I was crazy. But it was definitely challenging emotionally. My life before it all happened was very exciting. I'd started a new job. It was my first teaching job. Moved into a new place. Just met Sam, who's my current partner. Recently joined a hockey team and got the lead role in the theatre production. So yes, it was very exciting and very busy. So from Toowoomba Hospital, I was transferred to Brisbane Hospital into the neurology ward there, and I met Raj, the physio at the Royal Brisbane. At that point in time, I'd very much given up in some regards as well, because I'd tried to have a positive attitude for a lot of it, but when you just don't seem to be making any progress, and I didn't feel free. I felt very, very trapped in hospital. It was really amazing when I could run again.
I have never seen someone like Miranda before, and even though she could not walk or she could not even stand by herself, I took up the challenge to put her on the treadmill.
My mum was there filming at the time, and she thought that it was crazy, and then he just made it faster and faster, and that's when we discovered that I could run. I could go quickly but not slowly.
When you put something automatic, so the brain doesn't have to think, their attention is a bit diverted to that second task. If you look at Miranda's face and her family face, it was like a ray of hope that, wow, this girl is going to go back to what she was.
That was what really got me going. If I can run, I can figure out how to walk. And that's when we really started getting innovative. We realised that I needed to retrain the way that I was thinking. I left the Royal Brisbane and went to a rehab unit in the hope that I would just one day just walk, but we had no idea how long it would take. And eventually that's just what happened.
Do it again for me.
Sam and I, we were in depth conversation, and then it wasn't until we were halfway down the street that we both realised that I was walking like normally.
That is a miracle.
And my biggest fear then was to stop walking. I just kept walking because I was like, if I sit down and stop, what if I can't walk again? The musical Oliver, I could do it. I did all 3 shows. Things like dancing on tables and things like that in the show. You know, at one point I wouldn't even be able to stand up, let alone get up on a table. I played hockey the second weekend after I'd been out of hospital. And yeah, and then this term I've been back full-time teaching, which has been probably one of the biggest achievements because I feel like it's where I started, but I've also gained so much more. It's taught me that I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was. That strength isn't always a physical thing. Determination is really critical as well. It's definitely changed the way that I approach life. I still love running, but now there are some days where I will walk and not run because walking actually makes me feel a lot stronger than running does now.